gentlemen.
Can I not say I thank thee? All my better parts are thrown down, and what stands here is but a Quinton, a mere lifeless block.
He calls us back.
My pride fell with my fortunes. I'll ask him what he would. Did you call, sir? Sir, you have wrestled well, and overthrown more than your enemies.
You go, cuz.
Fare you well.
What passion hangs these weights upon my tongue? I could not speak, yet she urged conference. Oh, poor Orlando, thou art o'erthrown, or Charles or something weaker has mastered thee.
Good sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place. Albeit you have deserved high commendation, true applause, and love, yet such is now the Duke's condition that he misconstrues all that you have done. The Duke is humorous! What he is indeed more suits you to conceive than I to speak of.
I thank you, sir. And pray you, tell me this. Which of the two was daughter to the Duke that here was at the wrestling?
Neither his daughter, if we judge by manners, but yet indeed the lesser his daughter. The other is daughter to the banished Duke, and here detained by her usurping uncle, to keep his daughter company, whose loves are dearer than the natural bond of sisters. But I can tell you that of late this Duke hath taken displeasure against his gentle niece, grounded upon no other argument, but that the people praise her for her virtue, and pity her for her good father's sake. And on my life, his malice against the lady will suddenly break forth. Sir, fare you well. In a better world than this, I shall desire my love and knowledge of you.
I rest much bound into you. Fare you well. Now must I, from the smoke into the smother, from tyrant Duke unto a tyrant brother. But heavenly Rosalind.
Why, cousin? Why, Rosalind! Cupid has mercy, not a word.
Not one to throw at a dog.
No, thy words are too precious to be cast away upon curs. Throw some of them at me. Come, lame me with reasons.
Then there were two cousins laid up, when the one should be lamed with reasons, and the other mad without any.
But is all this for your father?
No, some of it is for my child's father. Oh, how full of briars is the working day world.
They are but burrs, cousins, thrown upon in holiday foolery. If we walk not in the trodden paths, our very petticoats will catch them.
I could shake them off my coat. These burrs are in my heart.
Hem them away.
I would try, if I could try him and have him.
Come, wrestle with thy affection.
They take the part of a better wrestler than myself. How a good
wish upon you. You will try in time in despite of a fall.
Oh, fine.
But, turning these jests out of service, let us talk now in good earnest. Is it possible on such a sudden you should fall into so strong a liking with old Sir Roland's youngest son?
The Duke, my father, loved his father dearly.
Does it therefore ensue that you should love his son dearly? By this kind of case, I should hate him. For my father hated his father dearly. Yet I hate not Orlando.
No, hate him not for my sake.
Why not? Doth he not deserve well?
Let me love him for that. And do you love him because I do? Look, here comes the Duke.
With his eyes full of anger.
Mistress, dispatch you with your safest taste and get you from our court.
Me, uncle.
You, cousin, within these 10 days, if that thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest.
I do beseech your grace, let me acknowledge of my fault there with me. If with myself I hold intelligence, or have acquaintance with mine own desires, if that I do not dream, or be not frantic, as I do trust I am not, then, dear uncle, never so much as in a thought unborn did I offend your highness.
Thus do all traitors. If their purgation did consist in words, they are as innocent as grace itself. Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor. Tell me wherein the likelihood depends.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
So was I when your highness took his dukedom. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord. Or, if we did derive it from our friends, what's that to me? My father was no traitor. Then, good my liege, mistake me not so much to think my poverty is treacherous.
Dear sovereign, hear me speak.
Aye, Celia. We stayed her here for your sake. Else had she with her father ranged along.
I did not then entreat to have her stay. It was your own pleasure and your own remorse. I was too young that time to value her, but now I know her. If she be a traitor, why, so am I. We two have slept together, rose in an instant, learned, played, eat together. Wheresoever we went, like Juno's swans, we went coupled and inseparable.
She is too subtle for thee. And her smoothness, her very patience, and her silence speak to the people, and they pity her. You are a fool. She robs thee of your name, and if she is gone, you will seem more bright and show more virtuous. Then open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my doom. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence then on me, my liege. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time, upon mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
My poor Rosalind. Whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers?
I have more cause.
Thou hast not. Knowst thou not the Duke hath banished me, his daughter?
That he hath not.
No, hath not? Rosalind lacks then the love that teaches thee that thou and I am one. Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl? No! Let my father seek another heir. Therefore, devise with me how we may fly, whither to go and what to bear with us. And do not seek to take your change upon you, to bear your grief yourself and leave me out. For by this heaven, now at our sorrows pale, say what thou canst, I'll go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the forest of Arden.
Alas, what danger will it be to us, maids as we are, to travel forth so far? Beauty provoketh thieves sooner than gold.
I'll put myself in poor and mean attire, and with a kind of umber smirch my face. And like do you. So shall we range along and never stir assailants.
Were it not better, because that I am more than common tall, that I did suit me all points like a man? A gallant curtle-axe upon my thigh, a boar-spear in my hand, and in my heart lie there what hidden woman's fear there will, We'll have a swashing and a marshal outside, such as many other mannish cowards have. They do not face it with their semblances.
But what shall I call thee when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse a name than Jove's own page, and therefore look you call me Ganymede. But what will you be called?
Something that hath a reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
But, cousin, what if we essayed to steal the clownish fool out of your father's court? Would he not be a comfort to our travel?
He'll go along o'er the wide world with me. Leave me alone to woo him. Now let's away and get our jewels and our wealth together. Devise the fittest time and safest way to hide us from pursuit that will be made after my flight. Now go we in content, to liberty and not to banishment.
How now? My co-mates and brothers in exile. Hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of painted pomp? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? Here feel we but the penalty of Adam, the season's difference, as the icy fang and churlish chiding of the winter's wind, which, when it bites and blows upon my body, even till I shrink with cold, I smile and say, this is no flattery. These are counselors that feelingly persuade me what I am. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. And this, our life, exempt from public harm, finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. I would not change it.
Happy is your grace that can translate the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we go and kill us venison? And yet it irks me that the poor dappled fools, being native burghers of this desert city, should in their own confines with forked heads have their round haunches gored.
Indeed, my lord, the melancholy Jaques grieves at that, and in that kind swears you do more usurp than doth your brother that hath banished you. Today, my lord of Romney, and myself, did steal behind him as he lay along, under an oak, whose antique root peeps out upon the brook that brawls along this wood. To the which place, poor sequestered stag, from the hunter's aim, had ta'en the hurt, did come to languish. And indeed, my lord, the wretched animal heaved forth such groans that their discharge did stretch his leathern coat almost to bursting, and the big round tears forced one another down his innocent nose in piteous chase. And thus the hairy fool, much marked of the melancholy Jaques, stood on the extremest verge of the swift brook, augmenting it with tears.
But what said Jaques? Did he not moralize this spectacle?
Oh, yes, into 1,000 similes. First, for his weakness beneath the stream. Poor dear, quoth he, thou makest a testament, as word old queens do, giving thy sum of moors to that which had too much. Then, being there alone, left and abandoned under his velvet friends. 'Tis right, quoth he, thus misery doth part the fluxing tongue. Anon, a careless herd, full of the pasture, jumps along by him, but never stays to greet him. Aye, quoth Jaques, sweep on, you fat and greasy citizen. 'Tis just the fashion, wherefore you do look upon that poor and broken bankrupt there. Thus, most invectively, he pierces through the body of the country, city, court, yea, and of this our lives, swearing that we are mere usurpers, tyrants, and what's worse,
to fright the animals, and to kill them up in their assigned and native dwelling place.
And did you leave him in this contemplation?
We did, my lord, weeping and commenting upon the sobbing deer.
Show me the place. I love to coax him in these sullen fits, for then he's full of matter.
I'll bring you to him straight.
Can it be possible that no man saw them? It cannot be. Some villains of my court are of consent and sufferance in this.
I cannot hear of any that did see her. The ladies, the attendants of her chamber, saw her abed, and in the morning early found the bed untreasured of their mistress.
My lord, the ruinous clown at whom so often Grace was wont to laugh is also missing. Hesperia, the princess's gentlewoman, confesses that she secretly o'erheard your daughter and her coz much commend the parts and graces of the wrestler that did but lately foil the city trust. And she believes wherever they have gone, that youth is surely in their company.
Send to his brother! Fetch that gallant hither! If he be absent, bring his brother to me. I'll make him find him. Do this suddenly! And let not search and inquisition quail to bring again these foolish runaways.
Who's there?
What? Mine master? Oh, my gentle master. Oh, my sweet master. Oh, you memory of old Sir Roland. Why, what make you here? Why are you virtuous? Why do people love you? And wherefore are you gentle, strong, and valiant? Why would you be so fond to overcome the bonny prize of the humorous Duke? Your praise has come too swiftly home before you. Know you not, master, to some kind of men their graces serve them but as enemies? No more to yours, your virtues, gentle master, are sanctified and holy traitors to you. Oh, what a world this is, when what is comely envenoms him that bears it.
Why? What's the matter?
Oh, unhappy youth, come not within these doors, within this roof. The enemy of all your graces lives. Your brother. No, no brother. Yet the son, yet not the son. For I will not call him son, if him I was about to call his father, hath heard your praises. And this night he means to burn the lodgings where he used to lie, and you within it. If he felt that, he will have other means to cut you off. I overheard him and his practices. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it. Fear it. Do not enter it.
Whither, Adam, wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so you come not here.
What? Wouldst thou have me go and beg for my food? Or with a base and boisterous sword enforce a thievish living on the common road? This I must do, or know not what to do. Yet this I will not do how I can. I would rather subject myself to the malice of a diverted blood and bloody brother.
But do not so. I have 500 crowns. The thrift tiara I saved from under your father, which I did store to be my foster nurse, when service should and my old limbs lie laid, and unregarded age in corner's throne. Take that, and he that doth the raven feed, yea, and providently caters for the sparrow, be comfort to my age. Here is the gold. All this I give you. Let me be your servant. You are like old, yet I'm strong and lusty. For in my youth I never did apply hot rebellious liquors in my blood. Nor did not with unbashful forehead woo the means of weakness and debility. Therefore my age is as a lusty winter. Frosty, but kindly. Let me go. I'll do the service of a younger man, and all your business and necessities.
Oh, good old man, how well in thee appears this constant service of the antique world, where service sweat for duty, not for me. Thou art not for the fashion of these times, where none will sweat but for promotion, and do choke up their service, even with the having. But it is not so with thee. Poor old man, thou prunest a rotten tree, which cannot so much as a blossom yield, in lieu of all thy pains and husbandry. But come thy ways, we'll go along together, and ere we have thy youthful wages spent, we'll light upon some settled low content.
Master, go on, and I will follow thee to the last gasp of truth and loyalty. From 17 years till now, almost 80. Here lived I, but now live here no more. At 17, many their fortunes seek, but at 80 it is too late of week. Yet fortune cannot recompense me better than to die well and not my master's debtor.
Oh, Jupiter, how weary are my spirits.
I care not for my spirits, if my legs were not weary.
I could find in my heart to disgrace my man's apparel and to cry like a woman. But I must comfort the weaker vessel, as doublet and hose ought to show itself courageous with petticoat. Therefore, courage, good Oleana.
I pray you bear with me. I cannot go no further.
For my part, I had rather bear with you than bear you, though I should bear no cross if I did, for I think you have no money in your purse.
Well, this is the forest of Arden.
Aye, now am I in Arden, the more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place. The travelers must be content.
Aye, be so, good Touchstone. Look you, who comes here? A young man and an old and solemn thought.
That is the way to make her scorny still.
Oh, Corin, that thou knewest how I do love her.
I partly guess, for I have loved her now.
No, Corin, being old, thou canst not know. Though in thy youth thou wast as true a lover as ever sat upon a midnight pillow. But if thy love were ever like to mine, I think did never man love so. How many actions, most ridiculous, hast thou been drawn to by that fantasy?
Into 1,000 that I forgot.
Yet thou hast ne'er loved so hardly. If thou rememberest not the slightest folly that love to make the air run into, thou hast not loved. Or if thou hast not sat as I do now, wearying thy hero and thy mistress' praise, thou hast not loved. Or if thou hast not broke from company abruptly, as my passion now makes me, thou hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe! Phoebe! Phoebe!
Searching of thy wound, I have by hard adventure found mine own.
And I mine. I remember when I was in love. I broke my sword upon a stone and bid him take that for coming a knight to Jane Smiley. And I remember the kissing of her bathlet, and the cow's dugs her pretty chopped hands had milked. And I remember the wooing of a peace god instead of her, from whom I took 2 cods, and giving her them again, said with weeping tears, "Wear these for my sake." We that are true lovers run into strange capers. Nay, I shall ne'er beware mine own wit till I break my shin against it.
Jove, this shepherd's passion is much upon thy fashion.
And mine. Throw something stale with me.
I pray you, one of you question yond man if he for gold will give us any food. I faint almost to death.
Hola, you clown!
Kinsman?
Oh.
Your betters, sir.
Else I Are they very wretched?
Peace, I say. Good even to you, friend.
And to you, gentle sir, and to you all.
I prithee, shepherd, if that love or gold can in this desert place by entertainment, bring us where we may rest ourselves and feed. Here's the young maid to travel much oppressed and faints for supper.
Fair sir, I pity her, and wish, for her sake more than for mine own, my fortunes were more able to relieve her. But I am shepherd to another man, and do not share the fleeces that I graze. My master is of churlish disposition, and little recks to find the way to heaven by doing deeds of hospitality. Besides, his coat, the flocks, and bounds of feed are now on sale and at our sheepcote now. By reason of his absence, there is nothing that you will feed on. What is, come see, and in my voice, most welcome shall you be.
What is he that shall buy his flock and pasture?
That young swain you saw here but erewhile, that little cares for buying anything.
I pray thee, if it stand with honesty, buy thou the cottage, pasture, and the flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it of us.
And we will mend thy wages. I like this place, and willingly would waste my time in it.
Assuredly the thing is to be sold. Go with me, if you like upon report, the soiled profit in this kind of life, and I will your very faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold right suddenly.
Under the greenwood tree, who loves to lie with me, and tune his merry note unto the sweet bird's throat. Come hither, come hither, come hither, come. Here shall we see no enemy but winter and rough weather.
More. I prithee, more.
It will make you melancholy, Monsieur Dickweed.
I thank you. More, I prithee, more. I can suck melancholy out of a song as a weasel sucks eggs. More, I prithee, more.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me. I do desire you to sing. Come, more, another stanza. Call you them stanzas?
What you will, Monsieur Dickweed.
Nay, I care not for their names. They owe me nothing. Will you sing?
More at your request than to please myself.
Well then, if ever I thank any man, I'll thank you. But that they call compliment is like the encounter of two dog apes.